Another one? What's with these guys?
Hello everyone and welcome to Red United TV. It's your boy Ivorian Spice, and yes, we are back at it again for a long time since the season has ended, because we've had the most miserable season of them all. That made me want to take a break from Manchester United, but we are back again, guys. We're back for the latest transfer news surrounding our beloved club, Manchester United. Something that I will give to you as often as I can, consistently, as long as Manchester United are doing works in the transfer window. And as you know right now, Manchester United haven't signed jack shit. They haven't signed anyone right now in the transfer window, knowing that what happened and what took place last season, a couple of managers getting sacked, another manager just leaving, but a new manager is in the reign, Erik ten Hag. We are hoping that he can perform miracles, heart surgery, because that's what Manchester United need, open heart surgery, just like our guy Ralph Ragnick said. But unfortunately, Ralph Ragnick's no longer with us. He has left. But big ups to every single one of you that's tuning in. Make sure you get yourself involved in the comments as well. And of course, ask your questions. We will address it. But as well, also remember to subscribe, smash that like button, and remember to share. As of today's show, as you can see it right there, news regarding Ronaldo, Christian Eriksen, De Jong, and also Malacia, and also Lisandro Martinez that we will be discussing. But first of all, let me introduce you to the guys as well, because the guys are waiting in the background. Let me just start off with Ems right now. Ems, it's been a while, my brother. How you been? Big ups to you. How you been so far ever since the season ended?
Bro, I'll be honest, right? I have no expectations after that dreadful, probably like the worst season I've ever experienced as a Man United fan. Just everything about it from start to finish and all that. But I think next season, we just got to be a bit optimistic and see what Ten Hag can do with the tools that's been dealt with. But other than that, I'm alright though.
Yes, and let me introduce you to my guy, brother Jerome. Jerome, how you been, bro? It's been a long time. You're looking fresh. Got a fresh haircut, got headphones on. It's like you're ready for this season just as well as for now. You mean business,
Yeah, man. I'm definitely quietly optimistic about the start of the season.
There were some background noises in your background.
There's background? Okay, yeah. Let me turn it off. Wait, hold on.
No. I think you playing TV.
He's a bit rusty. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time, man. He forgot. He's even got the most comfortable chair out there, Big ups to him as well, man. But yes, Jerome, as you're back now, sorry about that. How are you feeling, brother? Yes.
Yeah, so I had the Wimbledon's on, innit? So I had it on in the background. So yeah. So that was on in the background. But yeah, as I was saying, obviously on the back of our worst Premier League season, that the only way is up, really. So I've just been quietly optimistic to see what's going to happen this season. Obviously, we're very, very quiet on the transfer front, which is a bit concerning. But the good thing is that there's still a bit of time to get what we need for the squad to make sure that we're able to compete for the next season. But as I was saying, because of the kind of season that we had, we can't get any worse than that, really. So that's the kind of consolation that you got to take from the season that just finished. We just have to dust ourselves off, go again, freshen up, and just hopefully we can improve on last season with our new manager, someone that's got a philosophy and seems to know what they're doing and targeting players that will fit their system. And yeah, just go again for this new season.
Yeah, definitely, man. But again, as I was saying earlier on, Manchester United have some quite big issues that's they need to address this season. You've got the situation of course, the midfield, the defense, and also we have problems up front according to what's going on in the new speculation. But let's start off straight away, guys, and address the elephant in the room. Of course, you guys know it. It came out yesterday. The whole Manchester United fans were going crazy. Stumbling, thinking, what the fuck is going on at Manchester United that Cristiano Ronaldo himself wants to leave? A lot of fans are 50-50. A lot of fans can't blame him that he wants to leave. Some fans are thinking, nah, it's a bit of a betrayal because he's turning his back. He's definitely understood the situation at Manchester United when he first signed, which is quite crazy now. Because I know that if Ronaldo signed for Manchester United, he definitely knew that Manchester United weren't a team that were on the up. There was still a team on the rebuild, of course. So for him to think that Manchester United would challenge, I know they had a fantastic summer having Varane coming in and Jadon Sancho. Doesn't mean anything. You should really know the truth, especially with the manager that you have in charge training you. But Ronaldo, again, come out yesterday. Fabrizio Romano tweeted it. Everyone else tweeted it. David Norstein tweeted it. Sky Sports went around and announced it. Broken news that Manchester United player Cristiano Ronaldo has told Manchester United staff and the board that he wants out. He wants to leave. And of course, guys, as well, we got news that's coming out the Guardian as well. I probably want to share the screen with you guys regarding this one here, Ronaldo wanting to leave, which coming out from the Guardian. You can see that there's been teams that's been interested. As you can see there, Chelsea considered a move for Cristiano Ronaldo from Manchester United. Their new owner as well spoken to Thomas Tuchel. Apparently, as it's been reported that what was his thought on getting Cristiano Ronaldo. And I'm hoping this is just bullshit truth because we are understanding that Manchester United themselves want to fight on for Cristiano Ronaldo, but they understand that if they can't, they'll like to ship him abroad and not to a rival. But first of all, I'm gonna move it straight to you, Jerome. Regarding the situation with Cristiano Ronaldo. And what's your thoughts on Cristiano Ronaldo wanting out?
First of all, I'm not surprised that Cristiano wants to leave, if I'm going to be brutally honest with you. You saw the gestures that he was giving, the facial expressions, his body language on the pitch towards the back end of last season. He just saw that it was just an absolute shambles. And for the moment that it was impossible for us to qualify for the Champions League to get top four, we just immediately had our doubts that he might do what he did at Juventus and just think, you know what, I'm just going to pack my bags and just get the hell out of it and go to a club that in the Champions League and matches my ambitions. So I'm not totally surprised. Obviously, it will be sad to see him go deep down in the back of my mind, but because of his age and because it was never a long-term deal, I don't think it's as big a deal as some of the fans are making out. From when he left during his first, but when he left in his prime, he's not in his prime anymore. And with the kind of football that we want to play, it could actually be a blessing in disguise. Obviously, we're in a transition. We've been in a transition for years, and we've been rebuilding for years. And the fact that Cristiano wants to leave it's not going to really have a big impact on the rebuilding project, because if he did stay, which is looking unlikely now, it was only going to be for an extra year anyway. And if anything, it will probably make Erik ten Hag's job a lot easier in terms of picking him, because we know that Ronaldo would want to play every single game, despite his age. So that's the way I see it, really.
And Ems, what about you, man? What's your thoughts on this whole Cristiano Ronaldo situation?
I'm on the fence, innit? And I say that, right, because if I look at it for Ronaldo himself, right, I just think for me, you're 37 years old, blood. You're not 27. You got a time wait. They got no time to wait. He wants to keep perform at the highest level. Yeah. So I think, obviously, when he came in, he probably thought, we won't do any worse than third. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And that's probably what his mindset was. We won't do any worse than third, and we win a trophy. That's probably why I thought he could come back and help and bring his experience around. And I feel like, I think for him to leave as well, I think we don't have the players to carry him, because when you think about Ronaldo's career, yeah, no disrespect, yeah, but Matt Fred is probably the worst centre mid partnership he's ever had at a football club, and that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't feed him the ball. So for me, if he was to leave, I totally understand. I have nothing against him leaving, but from Man United's point of view, I think we might need him more than he needs us, and I say that because there's no striker out there currently that's like, you know, available, or, you know, it's actually a dearth of strikers out there. Like, the only one I can think of is that Napoli striker. I forgot his name. I think he's a Nigerian guy. I forgot his name.
Oh, is it Oshmeni?
Yeah, him. He might be the only one I can think of. And I don't think Alexander, is it Isak? I don't think he's ready. So, yes, I don't think he's ready. So I think we probably, and obviously, you know, Man United are business, innit? So commercially, we need him as well, commercially, for money reasons. So for me, I'm on the fence, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, but you know, it's a bit crazy with Ronaldo wanting to leave. You know, like I said before, I said it myself that if Ronaldo wants to leave, fantastic, great news, because at the end of the day, I can see that he's a striker that scores goals, and we do need him for next season. If it was to work under Ten Hag, I always think that he's a striker that can get the goals in under Ten Hag's philosophy, with the amount of chances that could potentially be created under Ten Hag's new system at Manchester United. At the same time, I saw that last season he was also slowing down the game as well. He wasn't as involved as he should be in terms of build-up play as a striker. So I'm in favor of him probably just leaving so we can get a young, talented striker that's young, that can get himself involved in the game as well and get some goals. But again, I cannot cry about the situation. I saw it coming. The day I saw Cristiano Ronaldo shaking his head and laughing while we was getting packed in by Brighton and them mans, that told me that Ronaldo wanted to leave. He wanted to leave from that day. But again, with Ronaldo as well, there's been news about where he could potentially go. His agent has been going around offering him out. I've been hearing Bayern Munich, Napoli, Paris Saint-Germain, and also Chelsea. Jerome, where do you think Ronaldo can end up going?
I think he could potentially go to Chelsea or Bayern Munich. I think those are probably the two standout clubs that would most likely be willing to take on his salary and the risk that comes with signing a 37-year-old that might not be able to play week in, week out, and could actually end up becoming injury prone from the demands of playing like 2 games a week. The reason why I say Chelsea is because obviously they've let Lukaku go on loan to Inter Milan, so that kind of frees up a space for a striker up front. It frees up the wage, so they'll be able to take on his high wages, and it just makes sense. He gets to stay in the Premier League. He gets to play in the Champions League, so he'll be able to add to his Champions scoring record, because he'll be keen to keep that record going and extend it further. And then on the other hand, you could say that because of his loyalty to United, he might not want to play for another Premier League club. But the only reason why I think that might not come into consideration is because, as I said, because he's towards the tail end of his career, and from his perspective, he probably thinks he doesn't owe anyone anything really. He's gone to United. He's already accomplished what he needs to accomplish at United. Obviously, the second spell hasn't gone according to plan, but he hasn't got anything to prove to anyone. And it showed last season. It looked like he could have went to Man City if United didn't step in last minute with the deal. And then obviously with Bayern Munich, obviously we know that Bayern Munich, if they wanted to take on the wages, they can do that on a short-term deal. They're a team that win the Bundesliga. I think they've won it 10 successive seasons. So he knows if he goes to the Bundesliga, he's got a great chance of adding to his trophy haul just before he retires. So that in itself makes sense. And you know that Bayern Munich are always competitive in the Champions League. So it'll be another opportunity for him to win another Champions League medal as well. That's the reason why I think it's those two. We could have said Paris Saint-Germain, but I'm not sure, because they've already got Messi. They've still got Neymar in the books, and they've got Mbappe. I don't think they need any more forwards, to be honest. It would just be like just buying them for the sake of buying them. So yeah, those that's where I think he could potentially go. Really.
Now I'm with you with that situation, guys. Just let me know if I'm lagging because my internet's been acting up recently. But yes, yeah, as well. Bayern Munich could be an opportunity for Ronaldo to go to. What about you, Ems? What's your opinion? Where do you think Ronaldo could potentially end up going? Are you with Jerome, Bayern Munich, or are you thinking PSG? Because I heard PSG are changing their project from signing world-class
I
players and
can't.
etc. Go on, Ems.
I can't see him going PSG. For one, they've got Messi. For two, they got Neymar. Bro, bro, you can't play all four, man. That'd be a strain on the midfielders, boy, because none of them will come back to defend. So I can't see him going PSG. And them wages is on. Yeah, there's only a few clubs that can pay, and obviously, and I don't see Man United selling Ronaldo to Chelsea personally. So I think it's Bayern Munich or nothing, if I'm honest. But that just depends if Lewandowski goes to Barcelona or has a domino effect. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I think where Ronaldo could go, in my opinion, unless he's willing to go back to Sporting Lisbon. But I don't think he's ready for that or go America. So for me, there's only one option for me, and that's Bayern Munich.
Yeah, so make sure, guys, as you are subscribed and watching as well, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button. Remember to share if you're watching across YouTube, Facebook, and YouTube as well, which is the Facebook group and also the Facebook page for Red United TV. But moving on from Ronaldo, let's talk about the situation with Christian Eriksen. Of course, it has been reported that Christian Eriksen has agreed a deal in principle for Manchester United. It says about 3 years contract. So I'm hoping that with Christian Eriksen, you'll be in a good addition to the squad, as you can see here, reported by BBC as well. It says that the first-year short-term contract at Brentford has come to an end. And we all know that Christian Eriksen had a good time at Brentford, reviving them as well in that midfield, juvenizing the midfield, causing some teams some problems, including us. But it says a 3-year contract has been prepared for Eriksen, who will still to have his medical at Old Trafford. We just don't know when that will be done. And we're hoping soon because, boy, oh boy, we really need some players to come in as soon as possible. And with Eriksen as well, we're hoping that we can be someone that can start as well as being as a squad player as well, being involved as well. We just need someone as well as an alternative to Bruno Fernandes as well in the number 10 role if they wish to play the 4-2-3-1 or if they're playing the 4-3-3. I'm going to move it to you, Ems, and then Jerome, you can follow after. What's your take on Christian Eriksen? Is this something that United should go for? Do we need it? Or are we wasting our time? Ems, you go, and then Jerome, as soon as he's done, you jump in.
I think this is a good signing. I know some Liverpool haters, i.e. Danny Murphy, talking about you don't get why we're signing Eriksen, bro. He's a troll. Eriksen's the type of player. We don't have ball playing midfielders, bro. We don't have players that can recycle the ball, and I'm fed up, bro. We ain't had that since Michael Carrick. How long ago was that? That 5-6 years ago? We haven't had that, that can control games. You remember when we played Brentford? He was dictating at Old Trafford, mate. Dictating. We need to get that back at our club. So I think if he can give us 30 games in the whole season, including the cups and that, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? So I think overall, I think it's a no-brainer because firstly we're getting him for free. Obviously wages, but whatever. But it's a free transfer. It's a no-brainer. I don't think it's a lose-lose. I think it's a win-win. It's for him because he needs to go to the World Cup and him to show everybody he can still play at the highest level. And for us, it's a building process for us to get back into the top 4. So I think for us, it's a good signing.
You know what? I can't even lie. I'm actually happy with that signing. I think that could be an absolute gem of a signing. Free transfer. He really knows the Premier League inside out. He will keep Bruno on his toes because obviously we know that Bruno is coming back on the back of a poor season. So that should hopefully push Bruno to improve his performance in the team and add better competition. And obviously we're going to be in the Europa League as well. So he could help us out in the Europa League. And he could actually just add another dimension in the team. Erik ten Hag already knows him well. If De Jong potentially comes and Donny van de Beek comes, I'm just picturing them just just passing and moving and interchanging in midfield and just making us look like a proper team in midfield. And he'd add a lot more creativity to that midfield because last season we just didn't have anything in midfield. It was just empty. So with him there, it would definitely add a new dimension, and he wouldn't need to play every single game. He could probably start off on the bench and then ease his way into the team once he gets to understand the players and, get back into Erik ten Hag's philosophy because, obviously it's going to be a bit more intense style of play. But give it 5 or 6 games and we could see a proper fit again and fit good Eriksen that's raring to go. So I'm looking forward to that and looking forward to actually seeing creativity because we've been lacking that for a few years now.
Mm-hmm. Me, I've always said it before, like with Christian Eriksen, we've got to be careful of the way we manage him because playing for Manchester United is stressful. And as I understand with Christian Eriksen, he has a pacemaker built inside his heart. So again, coming to Manchester United is a big risk for his health, man. Hopefully they can manage him as well, and it won't be this time as stressful. Based on the manager that we currently have, that has a game plan and a structure and a philosophy, I feel like we can probably migrate him into the team and integrate him into the team. And also, I don't think things will be as stressful as it was in the previous season. Big up to Drew Sherman that says, hey, man, big up to you, man. I know you commented it a while back, but hey, it is what it is. But those who are watching, remember to subscribe, smash that like button, share, and press that notification bell as well so you can be the first to watch, first to see something new that is uploaded on Red United TV. Again, with Eriksen, let's just hope that the transfer is done because we are still waiting for his medical to be done and hopefully he can be signed up with Martial. But moving on to Tyrell Malacia, sorry. It's hard to pronounce his name, guys. It's hard to sometimes you forget. It's Malacia. Tyrell. Now, I know we call it Tyrell for
what it is because
technical reasons because it's technical right now. But with Tyrell Malacia, again, I'm very sure you guys were aware of Manchester United's pursuit of Tyrell Malacia. So I keep saying Malacia. Malacia. Manchester United have been a pursuit. If you guys do follow Red United TV on the Instagram, you will be able to know the latest news that's going on surrounding Manchester United and also the latest transfers. But of course, again, as you can see here, Slow Sports News, aka Sky Sports News, who's always the last person to post or the last person to know and tell you. They've said that Manchester United, of course, Tyrell Malacia has flown into Manchester United, and he allegedly, of course, flew in from yesterday. So he done his first part of the medical yesterday. Manchester United have agreed a £30 million move. Today, he's done the second part. So anytime from now, we're hoping that it is announced. As well, if you can see there, if you follow Donny van der Beek has the same agency as this guy, and he took a picture with the agent as well. So we definitely know that Malacia and his agent are at Old Trafford, Arak Camden, have done their medical. And again, for further news, you can say that there's a package worth around 13 million. With a further 1.7 million in add-ons. The guy is 22. He's a left back. As well, he's very dynamic, very good on the ball, going forward defensively. That's so quick. Got a lot of energy about him as well. So I'm looking forward to this one. It's a bit unknown, but sometimes the unknown is also a good thing. It can also turn out right. And it's a transfer that is a low-risk transfer, in my opinion. I'm going to start off with back to you, Jerome, and then Ems, you join in as soon as Jerome has finished. What are you thinking about this transfer, Because, again, I said it before, it's a low-risk transfer. We've got nothing to lose in this situation.
Yeah, I'm quite intrigued. I'm quite intrigued by this transfer, to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know much about him, but because the fact that, like you said, the fact that he's a bit of an unknown quantity, that could come in our favour because not much teams in the Premier League will be familiar with him as well. And I think that's one of the reasons why the club bought Erik ten Hag in the first place, so that he could identify these unknown gems to come in and complement the squad instead of like getting big money signings that come with a high risk. So we ain't got much to lose on this one. £30 million. It will come in. He'll most likely be a backup for Luke Shaw. If Luke Shaw's not up to the standards, then we've got Malacia to come in and take his place and, help us move forward, because he's coming in as an attacking left back, someone that's progressive, positive in his approach, always looking to pass the ball forward and get involved in the attacking play. So looking at it now, it only looks like it could be a positive for us, really. That like you said, £13 million, and he's young, 22 years old. If it doesn't go well, he's still got resale value. So the risk on him is quite low at the moment. And it looks like he could be a very good signing at left back, as opposed to spending 30-40 million pounds on a left back that might not work for us. So I don't think you can go wrong with this. So I only see positives in this, more positives than negatives.
And of course, you Ems.
Obviously, I'm gonna echo what Jerome says, but slightly tweak it a bit. But I agree. I don't know nothing about this guy, but I watched some, obviously, YouTube. They're gonna show the best of someone here, but he reminded me a bit of like Tariq Lamptey.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got see where I'm coming from, but he might be a bit of Lamptey,
yeah.
But like he's strong, quick, powerful. Obviously he's not the tallest, but I bet he's got a leap on him. And I think he's gonna be eased in it. But I think maybe Tegards realised that, bro. We've had enough of burger and chips, Luke Shaw, bro. So we need to no more wheelie bins, bro. You get me? Like, no disrespect, Shaw, but fam, you've been there 8 seasons, bro. 8 assists in 8 seasons, bro. That is shocking. What is that? That's average of what? 1 assist a season. I mean, for 30 million, and you're the most expensive fullback in terms of wages, that's not a good return, no? Like,
That's true.
It's not.
So for me, I think we've had enough. I think Luke Shaw's time, he's on borrowed time, in my opinion. And I think we're gonna sort the left back, and then we'll sort the right back, as you know my views on the right back. But I think, yeah, man, we're putting slow building steps towards the back line, because that back line was horrible. So I think hopefully it'll be a good signing. And like you said, low risk value. It's not no 50 million fullback, and we're expecting big things. So 13 million, ease himself in. And I think it'd be a good signing come the end of it. Even though I don't know, man, I'm a bit funny when people just keep buying players from the Dutch league, the only league they know. I'm a bit like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. But I'm going to give this man a chance, man. He might come and be good, you know what I'm saying?
I think her hope is that we've got Ten Hag that actually knows how to coach and improve players, improve young players as well, and bring them through. So we're going to have to rely on Ten Hag's coaching ability for some of this young talent that he's going to be bringing in as well.
I'm definitely hoping so. But I'm just going to add, just looking at Tyrell Malacia before you go, and looking at him, he's got last season he's about 50 appearances. He's managed to score a goal and 5 assists, and I reckon that assist is probably more than any of our fullbacks in terms of total assists. I don't think Aaron Bissaka probably got at least 2 assists last season. Luke Shaw was hardly about it. I don't even think he probably had an assist or the whole entire season. And Alex Tellers probably got an assist or 2, but it looks like him as well. Malacia is probably doing better than us, better than our players. As you was going to say, sorry for disturbing you.
And I think I'm actually going to be happy that we're going to have a fullback that can stay on the pitch for 90 minutes, bro. Because, certain man, you know what I mean? People keep telling me, when I get up to these shows, people keep telling me, oh, have you ever had a metal plate in your leg and that? But I'm like, I hear all that, but you're on 150k a week, bro. It's not a charity, bro. It's a business. It's true, though. Like,
it's true.
Bro, if you got metal plate in your leg, then retire. I'm not even trying to be funny, bro. But, like, come on, like, you can't just be having players there for sympathy, bro. At the end of the day, man's been well paid. He ain't doing it. It's time to go, bro. Like, I'm even, like, but yeah, man, I'm a bit in the middle of the signing because I don't know him, innit? But that'd be a good thing that I don't know him. It might surprise me because remember when we bought Gabriel Heinze, Patrice Evra, and then look how they've become. Do you know what I mean? We signed Evra for 5 million, bro, and he turned out to be amazing. So hopefully he can have the similar impact.
I very much hope so. But that was again, who were watching. Remember to subscribe. Those who are watching in the playback, make sure you smash that like button. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section that's below as well. But moving on from Tyrell Malacia. We're gonna move up to another defender because Manchester United probably do need a defender, and he has been linked with us, which has been Lisandro Martinez of Ajax. And Lisandro Martinez is a former player of our current manager, Erik ten Hag. As you can see there, he's just come back from his holidays, and he's already told Ajax that he sees himself moving only to the Premier League. Arsenal are also interested in Lisandro Martinez, a dynamic centre back that's very good on the ball as well, who can also play holding midfielder, who can also spray the ball as well, far better than what we have. Quick as well, can read the game really well, and can cover a lot of ground. And as well, again, we said it, so he's determined to move to the Premier League. He's been priced or valued around £45 million. Manchester United have also made a bid for him, but it's all about negotiating for the right bid. And he's really keen. And Ten Hag has been very instrumental in trying to speak to Lisandro Martinez and convince him to join Manchester United, to pick him ahead of Arsenal. Can you imagine, guys, Arsenal winning the battle if against Manchester United? And it would be a shocking, but again, I'd be very disappointed if that was to happen, to lose out to Arsenal. I'm going to start off with you, Ems, again. Ems, I'm not sure if you know as much as this about Lisandro Martinez, but what's your thoughts on this situation here? Because Manchester United do need a centre-back. You know, we can't rely on the centre-backs that we have.
Bro, listen, I'm not wanting talking about hype, but bro, have you seen how tall he is?
5'9", but if he's very good in the air.
Bro! Listen, you know what's gonna happen, bro? They're gonna target him like fuck the back post, bro. Lucky there's no Peter Crouches and Andy Carrolls that they used to be, because bro, he'll be getting targeted, bro. But then I think the game's changed. So the game has changed. Where back in the day, because they're not like Burnley are not there no more, innit? So there's not many teams that launch the ball in the in the air and then you're battling. You know, there's no Sam Allardyce, so on that. So the way football changed. So. But then if he comes, I think he'd be useful in the back three, innit? So we get protection from either side. But if he does come, then I think, in my opinion, Harry Maguire's in borrowed time. In my opinion. So it's not such a bad thing if he comes. If that means Harry Maguire gets dropped. Because I think Harry Maguire's had his time, man. I think that 80 million, in my opinion, has been poorly invested. And I think we could have bought better centre backs with that sort of money, or even less. Do you know what I mean? So I think we were robbed. And then Leicester ripped up the receipt, bro. They said no refunds. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like we need a change, because fam, I think that's the most we've ever conceded in terms of. I mean, that's the most we've ever conceded.
Yeah, definitely. We finished on zero goal difference. I
think it was. So. Bro, and that back line's about 100 and what is that? 200
over
million.
100, over 150
200 million.
Over 150 million.
It was over 150, whatever. 200. But bro, that's a lot of money, bro. And you got teams that I think they said it's only Burnley and such that's got less clean sheets than us. That's poor. Don't you think?
Yeah.
But it was relegation form defending. Basically.
Yeah, so I think, and I feel like certain men have been exposed. I think the £80 million sign has been exposed. Like he's not good 1v1, and I'm scared if we do play him, bro. He can't do the high line, innit? And then everyone talks about we need to protect him, but why are we protecting an £80 million centre back? That's not either here or there, bro. Like you got to be able to look. Vidic wasn't the quickest, but 1v1 man could do a job, bro. So for me, I feel like if we're gonna play a certain way. I think if the Martinez guy goes, I think that tells me that's coming to Harry Maguire. I think because Tyrell wants to be a higher line, and Maguire can't do it. So for me, I think if Martinez guy comes and that means Harry Maguire's gonna drop to bench, I'll move for it. 100%.
And go ahead, Jerome.
Yeah, the way I see it, I'm not too overly concerned about Martinez's height, because, as you guys are saying, Maguire's 6'4". And he hasn't done much, has he, with his height? He hasn't utilised his height.
I'm not even sure if he's 6'4", but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, apparently he's 6'4". Well, he's over 6 foot, that's for sure. And he hasn't really used his height to his advantage. So I wouldn't be overly too concerned about that, because I think because Erik ten Hag actually has a system, he could have someone probably a bit taller next to Martinez to complement him, and they can both complement each other. And because obviously Martinez, from the clips that I've seen, he looks like he's a ball playing centre back. He can pass the ball forward, play out from the back. He's got pace. He can actually jump as well, so he can defend. He's aggressive as well, so I think he's got all the attributes to be a good defender for United. Obviously, there's reservations about his height, but look at Daley Blind. Daley Blind, when he was with us, he did a good job for us, and he's not tall. So, and he could pass out from the back. So, yeah, I think I'm actually quite content with that signing. Obviously, we'd rather go for get our first choice in, because obviously we're in for Timber, and then I think there was talk of Paul Torres as well. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, we link with Martinez. So that's my only kind of concern, is that we should be trying to get our first choice targets in. But the good thing is that he literally played under Ten Hag. Ten Hag knows him well. So if Ten Hag's buying players that he's familiar with, then that can only be a benefit to us. He should know whether he's good enough to play for United and to improve our defence. There's no point just getting a defender in just for the sake of getting an extra body in because we need a defender. We need to get someone in that's going to challenge and take our current centre-back pairing out of the team to improve us, because with our current centre-backs at the moment, we ain't got no chance of even thinking about top four. So if he thinks that Martinez can come in and improve us and take the likes of Maguire, Lindelof and Varane out of the team and make himself first choice in our centre-back pairing, then I'm all for that.
Yes, I definitely agree with you on that situation. And before we come close to the end of the show, of course, last 5 to 6 minutes, the current situation of Manchester United, we can talk. You guys can also your thoughts on this whole De Jong situation as well as we talk. Your current thoughts on De Jong, and also your current thoughts on what is currently going on, and your impression of the transfer window so far, and what you're hoping for out of the transfer window. So I'm going to start off with you, Ems. Your thoughts on De Jong and your thoughts on the transfer window so far. And what you're hoping for.
I'm so against a player, if he doesn't want to come, bro, or he's stalling, I don't want that type. I want a player that might not be interested and he wants to come, because that shows me he's committed. I mean, not to say if he does come, he ain't gonna be committed, but I've got reservations. Do you know what I'm saying? Because all now we're trying to, we're trying to see that he's saying this, that he's reluctant to go because Barcelona's his dream and all this. So I'm a bit like on the fence. Obviously, I wanted to come. For what I see, he's a good footballer. But if a player just stalling whether to come, and he's not saying I wanted to leave, then I feel like, should we go for another target? But what other targets are there available? So it's a bit tough. And what's the other question you asked me?
And your thoughts on the transfer window so far for Manchester United and what you're expecting out of the transfer window?
Bro. Have you seen Sky Sports on the side? Have you seen we ain't got? It's empty.
No breaking news.
No players in. Like, it's just
no
players out. Players out. It's full of it.
All right. Well, we're talking about as a whole. I think it's quite sad that most of the men that have left, they've left on free transfer. Obviously, everyone say free up the wages, but we should have got a transfer fee for some of them. But I think the right people have left. Like, Lengard had to go. I think Pogba. I think, you know what? I'm sad about that situation. But the whole circus and that, it's just best that we just, let someone else deal with that. And then Matic had to go. His legs were gone. If he had Tom in his legs, then I would want him to stay. But man can't run, bro. You get me? So, but I think the transfer window so far, but it's not really to talk about because we ain't signed one. And I feel like John Murta, the Uber driver, blah, I don't know what's going on here, bro. We like, I just don't get it. Like, if I had hair, I'd whip my hair up, because I just feel like he's had no experience, bro. Why is he doing transfers? I don't know. Like, I don't understand, bro. But hey, it is what it is. Hopefully next week it'll be better news, innit? But yeah, man. And what's the other question?
And first of all, big up Jago, Manchester United, that says obviously Jamaica in the house. Big up, lads. Yes, we've got someone that's watching from Jamaica. Big up to you for tuning in. Remember to subscribe, smash that like button as well. Let us know what your thoughts are the current transfer of Manchester United. The final question is what you're expecting. What's your expectations of this transfer window for Manchester United? And
I expect us to get at least minimum 3 players in the club, if I'm honest.
yeah,
If we get four, that'll be a very good window. But 3, that's satisfactory. 1, that's horrendous. So that's what I would say.
And Jerome, what about you? What's your thoughts on the young situation, including Manchester United transfer window so far, and your expectations out the transfer window?
Yeah, I can't lie. At first, I was thinking this De Jong deal is just taking a piss. I think Barcelona are deliberately holding up the deal because they want to get their own signings in place first before they release De Jong. That's what I think they're doing. That's the only reason to it, because the reports are that a transfer fee has been agreed. Obviously, there's talk that De Jong doesn't want to leave, but I've interpreted as he doesn't want to leave the club, but it doesn't mean that he's not open to joining United, because I don't think Eriksen is that unaware that De Jong wouldn't want to come to United, because if he doesn't want to come full stop, then Eriksen will be wasting his time, and he might as well just tell John Myrtle and Fletcher or whoever's doing the negotiation to just move on. So I think he is definitely open to coming to United. United, they have been dumb in the transfer market. I don't think they're that stupid to be chasing a signing for 6 weeks and he doesn't want to come to United. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
But we're a stupid club, though. We've been stupid for 7-8 years, man.
We've been stupid for 7-8 years, but the difference now is that we've got Erik ten Hag in. I don't think he's stupid. I don't think he's stupid.
Jerome, but Erik ten Hag is not God, though. That's the difference, bro. He's still human.
I know he's God. I know he's not God, but we know behind the scenes he's obviously having talk with De Jong behind the scenes.
Of course.
De Jong's telling us different stories to the media, but behind closed doors, they're having totally different conversations. It's just all a front to the media, just to save face. But I think Barcelona, they definitely need to sell, and they want to sell, regardless of whether De Jong wants to stay or not. And De Jong, he wants to stay at Barcelona, but if he has to move, he would be open to playing under Erik ten Hag. So I think that's the only reason why we're still pursuing it. Otherwise, in any other case, we'd have just moved on to our second choice target. So I'm confident that we'll get it over the line, and Erik ten Hag can, get him enthusiastic about coming to United, because that's got to be everyone's reservations that it could potentially be another Di Maria signing. But I'm putting my trust in Erik ten Hag that he knows what he's doing with this, because we can't waste 6 weeks trying to sign a player only for them to come and not give it their all for the shirt. So hopefully that works out how we want it to work out. The transfer window as a whole, I've been disappointed that we haven't signed anyone yet. All of our rivals that finished above us, they've all strengthened. They've all got at least 2, as of it's coming up to 9 o'clock. At least 2 players have gone to our rivals. At least 2 minimum. And right now, it's looking like we're just looking to get last-minute buys now, because Erik ten Hag wanted to get his whole squad sorted before they fly out. I think they fly out for pre-season on Friday.
Yeah.
And obviously, he'd like to have the full squad with him to go through all the training, get fit, get to know each other, and not do any sort of last-minute throw-ins before the start of the season, because we've got a big season ahead of us, and he wants to make sure that everyone understands the way he wants the team to play. So hopefully we get a few more additions in, and not just agreements, FC. We need actual signatures.
Yes,
we need signatures. Without signatures, we've got nothing. Literally, verbal agreements that Daniel Levy will tell you. If nothing's signed on the dotted line, then anything goes. So hopefully we start getting some signatures, and they actually tell us that they've signed a 3 to 5 year deal. So that's what I'm hoping for. And I think we'll probably end up getting 4 people in minimum. So I think we'll get De Jong in. Obviously, I think we'll get Eriksen in, Malacia is in, and I think we could get Martinez. I'm pretty sure that if Erik ten Hag wants him, then Martinez will just come to United, because he knows Erik ten Hag well. And I think we could offer higher wages than Arsenal can. If we really push through it, there's no reason for Martinez not to want to join United over Arsenal. So that's 4. And then I think actually we could actually get a reserve backup goalkeeper because Henderson's gone to Forest. So I think we'll actually get 5. You never know. We can actually even get 6. We might get a last minute. You know, United, they might do a little panic buy on the deadline day.
Deadline day, you just know it, man. You really
Deadline
just
day, we're
know
going to
it.
get someone random. So we could potentially get up to 6 players. But it's just going at a lot slower pace than we anticipated.
Yes, big up to you, Jerome, for that, man. And of course, guys, for those who are watching, we have come to the end of the show. Of course, we've spoken about Malacia, we've spoken about Cristiano Ronaldo, Frankie de Jong, Lisandro Martinez, Christian Eriksen, and the guys have given you their thoughts on the current transfer window. For those who are new, remember to subscribe, smash that like button, remember to share as well. Remember to follow the social media accounts. Of course, you can see it in the link description. And if those who are watching on playback, let us know what your thoughts are regarding the whole current situation in Manchester United in the comments as well. And as always, remember to keep it united. Remember to keep it Red United. We are out, and we shall see you next week, Monday. And of course, during the week as well, you should see me with videos. And hopefully, we have signed someone before the guys jet off. You get me, guys? But as always, God bless. Peace and love to you all. Peace.
So.
Peace.